Angela is a student at a university in Madrid. She was working on a thesis on audiovisual violence. One day, while discussing the thesis with her professor, Figueroa, she asked him to bring her something related to audiovisual violence from the archives. At first, he was reluctant, but then he agreed. So he went to the school archives. The archivist told him that someone else had come to the archives before him. The violent materials were kept in a separate place in the archives. It was in a room at the back of the archives. Figueroa entered the archives and waited until the person who had come before him had left to look for what he wanted. He went to the place where the violent materials were kept secretly and took one of the violent videos and put it in his bag. When he came out of the archives, he entered a lecture hall and prepared to watch it. He stood there, stunned. Meanwhile, Angela was looking for her professor. She entered the hall where he was. He was staring at the screen silently. Angela walked up to him. His eyes were wide open, indicating that he had seen something terrible. Angela moved closer to him. He was dead. An inhaler had fallen near his chair. Angela closed his eyes. She immediately went and took the video he was watching and ran away. She went home and watched it. It was so terrifying that she only listened to the sound. It was so violent. The next day, the university informed the students of the professor's death and a new professor had come to replace him. His name was Castro. Another professor introduced Angela to him, saying that she was doing a thesis on audiovisual violence. Angela wanted to talk to someone about the video. She realized that Chema was the best person for that. He was a person who was interested in this kind of violence. Even though she told him about it, he didn't care much about it. At her insistence, he listened to her. Then he asked her to come to his house to watch the video. Later, both of them went there. Chema lived alone there and it was a rather scary place. There, both of them watched it. Chema found the video interesting. But Angela did not. The video was a video of a killer killing a woman. Chema found it interesting because she recognized the woman in the video. It was a person named Vanessa who had disappeared about 2 years ago from his own university. After looking into this further, he was able to find another clue. That was that this video was recorded with a special camera. He was also able to find that type of camera. The next day, while Angela was at the university, she saw someone with such a camera. She waited for him to leave and started chasing him. After chasing him for a while, she missed him. He stood near her until she came. Then he started chasing her. His name was Bosco and he realized that Angela was looking for this missing Vanessa. He told Angela that he knew Vanessa and asked her to tell him more about her. Once, when Angela asked Bosco about his camera, he said that he bought it 4 months ago. When she told Chema about this, he said that this was a lie. To find out for sure, Angela went to a place where these cameras were sold. But an officer there refused to give her the information. She was looking for information about someone else's purchase. As a result, she had to steal the floppy disk that the officer had in her possession. Later, when she went home and checked the floppy disk, she found out that her university had purchased several cameras of the same model. This caused her to have questions. The next day, Angela went to the university to meet Professor Castro. At first, he chatted with her pleasantly, but after a while, he asked her about Professor Figueroa's death. He saw CCTV footage of the lecture hall where Professor Figueroa died. He asked her what was on the video. But she said nothing. At the same time, a call came to the phone in Castro's room. He told her that it was for Angela and to take the call on the phone in the next room. Angela was called by Chema. He told Angela that Castro needed the video and to leave the place immediately. But Castro was listening to this conversation on his phone. At the end of the call, Angela prepared to leave abruptly. She somehow managed to escape from Castro and escape. She went straight to Chema's house. Chema said that Castro was also involved in this video. He also showed Angela something. It was a CCTV recording in the archives. It was a recording of the day Figueroa died. From that, they were able to find out who was there before Figueroa came to the archives. It was Castro. It was a scene of him coming out of the back room of the archives. Now there are 2 suspects in this murder. They are Bosco and Castro. Chema had also secretly entered that room and taken several more videos. He said that not only Vanessa, but other girls had disappeared before that. He also said that these videos were being run as a business. Angela said that the cameras that the university bought were still in the back room of the archives. That same night, they decided to break into the archives. They entered the archive and went into the back room. They walked along the corridor. They went into the room. There were videotapes stacked on a shelf. Chema found some videotapes in a box nearby. He thought they were unedited videos. At one point, someone closed the door to the back room of the archive. The door was locked from the outside. After a while, the electricity also went out. Luckily, Angela had a matchbox. But there were only a few matches. Somehow, they lit the matchstick and went further along the corridor. They came to another room. Chema said that the videotapes were edited there. There, Angela also found hidden cameras. After a while, Angela fell asleep due to exhaustion. She woke up when the electricity came back on. Chema was not near her. There was a dark room nearby and she stepped towards it. At one point, Castro emerged from it and touched something to her face. It knocked her unconscious. When she regained consciousness, she was tied to a chair. Castro was also there. He set up a camera and said that he did not kill Vanessa and that he only edited the video. It was to record Angela being killed. He also brought a pistol and came to her. As he pointed it at her, Chema rushed at him. The two started fighting. Suddenly, the pistol went off. Angela was confused. Castro was dragged to the ground. He was shot. All this was recorded on camera. But Chema destroyed the camera. Then both of them escaped from there. One rainy night, Angela was about to go to Bosco's house alone. Unbeknownst to her, someone started following her. Somehow, she reached Bosco's house safely. Bosco welcomed her and took her to his room. There they had a friendly chat. Angela told him about the several threatening calls she had received. She said they had come from a woman. Bosco then said that it could be Yolanda. Yolanda was Bosco's girlfriend, but when Angela started dating Bosco, Bosco lost sight of Yolanda. He said that Yolanda had threatened other girls he had dated in the past. Vanessa was also someone he had dated. Thus, Angela's suspicions turned to Yolanda. Now there were 3 suspects. Meanwhile, the electricity in the house suddenly went out. Bosco looked out the window. There was electricity in the surrounding houses. Meanwhile, the person who had followed Angela was entering Bosco's house. Meanwhile, Bosco came to the kitchen and lit some candles when someone attacked him. Angela heard this sound and slowly walked towards the kitchen. Bosco was lying on the floor. She approached him and looked at him. At the same time, the mysterious person came up behind her. She slowly looked behind her. She recognized him from the light that barely fell on his face. It was Chema. Alarmed, she took out a knife and threw it at him. He tried to explain everything. But suddenly Bosco got up and attacked Chema. He also destroyed Chema's glasses. He beat him until he was weak. Then Angela intervened and stopped Bosco. In the meantime, Chema said something that made her shiver. It was that the garage of Bosco's house was similar to the location of the video. She slowly walked towards the garage. Chema was right. Bosco saw this. He closed the garage door on Angela. He tied her to a chair. He set up his camera and started putting on his mask and gloves. It was the same as the killer in the video. Now Angela knew for sure who the killer was. It was Bosco. In the meantime, Bosco showed her something. It was the dead body of his girlfriend Yolanda. In the meantime, Angela was cutting the rope that was binding her hands with a small knife that she had hidden. Bosco came to her. He hit her several times. As the next blow was aimed at her, she stood up and hit Bosco in the face with her knife. He pulled him to the ground. Taking advantage of this, Angela managed to get Bosco's pistol. This was disadvantageous for Bosco. He asked her for the pistol several times, but she did not give it to him. After a moment, he suddenly tried to snatch the pistol from her. Angela panicked. The pistol went off. The bullet went through Bosco's head. His lifeless body fell to the ground. A few days later, Angela went to the hospital to visit Chema. There, she gifted him a book, further strengthening their friendship.